Victoria because I was like, Shaun, you're mean, you're not taking care of this girl. But after watching it, she's intentional. And because she has an expressionless face, you cannot read. You cannot tell what is in her head. So very easy for that girl to play everybody. She had her issues with Shaun, quite all right. And Shaun tried bossing her. But I think she also played into that, you know, she played into it. There are a lot of things Shaun did that didn't make sense. That no matter how calm you are, you would stand for yourself. Victoria never did. And when people are trying to ask her that, Shaun, she said, no, no, Shaun is not like that. I think the blame is on me. Before, so you just look at her and say, oh, what a wonderful girl. Oh, good girl, very pristine and very pure. Mm-mm. That was very intentional because there were things that Shaun did that Victoria could have just like, nope, 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 no, no, no. Or she'll be like, no, big brother, there's nothing like that. Shani is this. Shani is intentionally soaked herself with blame, even when you didn't have to take the blame. And for me, that was a gameplay. Then when you're watching outside, you'll be like, oh, such a useless boy. Look at the girl. She's not even blaming him. Even me. To the point I was like, can you see? She didn't even blame him. But the boy would just treat her anyhow. And, because she's just like this, she looks very harmless. Very, I cannot hurt anyone. You just buy into that gimmick. And that is exactly how I saw Victoria. Everything about her was intentional, very intentional. If you think you're playing that girl, you're a momo. Let's continue. I'll talk about Ozee. Oh, the Mbadiwe twins. So for those of us that live in Lagos, that's we used to go out. We used to be on the streets. You know them, and I didn't like them because I was like they're everywhere, and they'll come to the club. They'll just stand. When they came on the show, and everybody was like, these boys, and I'm like, but really, we don't like them. Why? I don't know anything about them. It's just because sometimes just feel you don't like them. They didn't do anything. I'm going to watch them with an open mind and I'll make my conclusions. And I liked them and I was really rooting for them. Until tomorrow, Ozee was like my third fave. And you guys know that those boys would have gone out. I was really campaigning for them. Give them a chance, give them a chance, give them a chance, give them a chance. And they progressed. Ozee talks too much. His word is yeah and amen. He's not letting someone outshine him. Almost like it is my way or no way. Ozee is the needy twin. Surprisingly, he's actually the first twin, but ridiculously needy. I remember when Ndine left and he struggled. And at that point, his brother was bonding with Chizoba. He had a horrible week. And it was Chizoba who noticed that there was something wrong and sort of, let's all come together. And that was what formed the Mbachekas. I think Ozee, I'm not a mental health therapist, and I'm not diagnosing him, but I think Ozee is a narcissist. Um, Ozee enjoys the attention. He enjoys when you prop him, when you validate him. He wants you to do the chasing, then he gaslights you. Sharp boy. Come on, at 38, they've seen life. Those boys have seen life. They were born into privilege. They've mixed up with privileged people round the world. They've gone round the world. They're exposed. You cannot win those boys. Because of the family name and because they came to the show, according to them, to change perception, Ozee overcarried that perception on his head. Initially, it was very rigid because that boy is a rascal. In fact, if Ocee was not in the house, Ozee for don't cut chain. He was very rigid. It took Big Brother to like tell him, calm down, take it easy, play your game. And Onyeka came into the mix and he started loosening up. That triangle was very intentional. Maybe he didn't plan to get into a triangle, but as he walked, he was really fueling it. He loved the attention both girls gave to him. On the flip side, I think Ozee was able to learn on the show because I watched Ozee change certain things. He became someone who started expressing himself. He became someone who was helpful. He looked away from himself and could look into someone else, could understand where someone else was coming from. So I know that it wasn't like a bad situation for him. Ozzy came on the show and he learned. Um, he became a better person. Maybe not as better as what we would expect. I'm not really a shipper. When I ship, you guys know, I ship things that people don't expect to happen. Like a lot of people didn't expect Onyeka and Ozzy to be close because this privileged guy with this local Abuja poverty-stricken babe. Those are the kind of things I like. You know, the things that you guys don't want. Let's see it happen. Like that Adekunle and Venita time, this old auntie and this small boy, Yoruba boy. I like that kind of like not gonna cry. If you want to cry, cry. Work to do. Like every other housemate, he has more work to do. But I think he learned a bit. I think he was helpful. I think he tried to nurture the friendship. I think the friendship meant so much to him. Maybe to his own advantage. Of course, we knew that without that, he was not himself. So maybe to his own advantage, but he tried nurturing it. I'll leave that. Now let's go to Wanni. Talkative. She talks too much. Like talks too much. She has zero boundaries. You don't know what to say. I had secondhand embarrassment for Wani every time. I'm not saying I'm too much of a moralistic person, but I feel like if you're on national TV, just watch the things you say. That's what I think. I think like you just have to watch what it is you say. She was very crass with her words. She was very crude. She came across as I can't fight, I can't do this, but at the end of the day, it's just talk. Oh. She can't fight. She just talk, 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 talk. She can't talk. And because she feels like she's very eloquent, a lot of times she talks off points. Because a lot of times that Ibuka will ask her questions. Wani, she's effortlessly fun. I always enjoyed a diary session. Wani is not scared to say what she wants to say. And that's one quality I like about her. And that's why when they came out for post show, Wani's post show interview with Ibuka was my favorite. That's the truth. I didn't like Ozzy's post show interview. I didn't like Onyeka's. You should not be scared to say what you want to say. Like, say your mind. Talk am. It doesn't have to make sense to me. I don't have to like it because of certain biases, but speak it. At least you're bold enough to say it. I felt like the ship with Shaun limited her. She was a classical house girl for that boy. Turn semo, cook food, cook rice. I think she likes to cater to people. I know that. She's a lover girl. She likes to take care of people, even friends. She didn't mind. But there must be, when you see, say, person don't they spoil, when you're doing certain things for people and you feel, and you can see that they're already getting entitled to this. There was one day, one time that Wani and Shaun, they were having issues, we're not talking. And Shaun came to meet Andy. Andy, can you fry eggs for me? And I looked at him like, hey, hey, are you for real? You can't fry egg. And Andy was like, okay, no problem. So when you feel like people are getting too entitled or getting used to bad behavior, don't. You have to draw back. So at that point, I just felt like she was like a house girl for him. But then again, I think she enjoyed the relationship. Obviously, she likes Shaun. Like I said, she's a lover girl. Um, Wani always talked about repelling energy. This one, she had things to say. But I feel like sometimes too, she needs to look inside. She needs to look inwards because a lot of the things she accuses people for, she's the biggest proponent of those things. She's the one who is the biggest offender. Biggest. Not nobody do and pass on. So that's my opinion about Wani. Kelly Ray. I like Kelly Ray. You guys know I like him. Um, I know that Kelly Ray has the ability to be sly. I know he has that sly thing in him. I know he's a sly person, but he's actually a very selfless guy. He's hardworking. He's neat. He's clean. He catered to his wife. He took care of his wife. He grooved the party room. I don't really have much to say about Kelly. He's just like, he's a married man. What do you expect? He just took his time to like, I respect myself. I at least even did some things. He still danced, still. played games and talked about girls that he liked, Handi, he's still carrying her, she calling her, all kind of things. Um, is he a deserved winner? I don't know. At the end of the day, people see what they want to see. I don't, as long as we continue to vote this way, I don't mind. That's his business. He has won the money and he's won. If Onyeka didn't win the money, Kelly Ray would have been ideal for me. I didn't have a problem with that. I don't mind. And kudos to him. He knew when to step back. See, I watched Kelly Ray from day one. When TJ told Ben that Kelly Ray is sly or a chameleon, he was not lying. TJ saw it and I saw it. But Kelly knew when to step back. He knew certain arguments he didn't want to get into. He was watching everything. He's a very sharp guy. But as a sensible person, there's a point where you step back and there's a point where you did not really do anything, but what else are we going to say? Now let me come to the elephant in the room, Onyeka. And she's the person I actually supported. Mm. On a normal day, Onyeka is not the kind of fave I would support. Because she was too much. She brought entertainment with one, and I was like, this is very intentional. I like her. I tuned off towards the end of week one. I was tired of the snail is for the eating. I was tired of sheep, 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 sheep. I even talked about it. Whether you like it or not. Monica says she didn't want to sheep. She may be right. I feel she wanted to sheep. I was irritated with the snail is for the eating. Like, Mama, tomorrow, every day snail for the eating. I was tired. And I could understand why housemates didn't like it too. And that is it. Let me come to Onyeka's bad habits from my lens before I would come to the good parts. But I said she's not someone I would have stand because at one point everything was Onyeka, Onyeka, Onyeka. Like, no way. Hey God, how can I be defending like this? That's too much buzz. I really don't like it. And everything was Onyeka. Onyeka centers herself a lot. Fans, I know you may not agree, but if you tell yourself the truth, she does. There are a lot of things that don't concern you. Onyeka will make it about her. Onyeka went really far on this show, but I also know that if she had stepped back a bit like this, she would win that show. She would have won that show. And that's the beauty about Big Brother Naija. You have to be your authentic self, but there's also a point where diplomacy will step in, and you just take a step back. And that's where Akonuche comes in. The show is yours to win. Onyeka is scattered. I do not understand how she was so scattered. But talking about she's saying she had ADHD, even before she said she had ADHD, I had talked about it because I have a child who is battling with it. And maybe that's why I stuck with Onyeka. Because there were times I'll get upset. Onyeka would never, she hardly finishes this conversation. She's very restless. And my child is actually very restless too. No, 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 no. She's here. She's there. She's here. She doesn't really talk. My child doesn't really talk, but she's everywhere. She's restless. So I sort of understood that part even before she spoke about it. There was a point where she wanted to be friends with everybody or most people. And you can't be friends with everyone. I don't know if that was part of her gameplay because Onyeka played a game. Onyeka played a badass game. From the first day she entered that house, she was very intentional about her game. That first week we would have died. Maybe they would have even ended the show. Onyeka saved that show. I sent a message to MultiChoice and I was like, you guys need to pay Onyeka because she was very intentional. Look at how she went and told Mayor that or Ruthie that Mayor had money and came to tell Mayor that you know what, you go and meet her, you massage her leg, you do this. And that one too went to Ruthie and was massaging leg. She came again. She sort of just aligned a lot of things. Just didn't know certain things not to say. The issue she had with the 4-in-1, that's Topher, Sooj, Nelly, as much as she says jet ski, jet ski, jet ski. And I like the way she's apologized to Nelly. She explained to Nelly, I didn't like a sibling rivalry with her sister. I understand Chizoba is a lot, but Onyeka knows how to give people grace. And I'm like, if you're gonna give bare strangers grace, you should be able to extend that grace with Chizoba. But then again, siblings, it is who you're closest with that you fight. But let me close this thing because I don't need it. Because I can talk about Onyeka top of my head. Onyeka is very hardworking. Onyeka is very intentional. Onyeka is very wise. Though she doesn't act on her wisdom. I don't know why. If it's because there was even in week one, there was something Ben said. The first diary session they had, Ben said, "Big brother, you see those checker sisters? They are wise, but they want to act dumb, but they want to act like they are stupid." So I don't know if that was a gameplay. Because I'm like, Onyeka, you see things, and for somebody who sees things, you should know how to act. But she will just act, yeah, yeah, yeah. But towards the end, when she had her issues with Ozee, the way she pulled herself out, I liked it. I felt like she didn't handle Victoria's issue properly at all. She didn't handle it properly. And Onyeka played a dangerous game. From day one till the end of the show, Onyeka was intentional about every game she played. In fact, there was even a point I knew that the housemates felt she was going to win. It was when those DRC people came and they saw the way they tilted towards Kelly Ray. They now said, okay, maybe Kelly Ray. But Onyeka played a game that on a normal day, she should win. Now, the Ola Balu about Onyeka outside the show, I don't think it's commensurate with what she did. She didn't do anything. Onyeka talks, cho, 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 cho. I have asked, what did this girl say? That most people did not say worse. She spoke about wanni, 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 wanni. Nobody had thought she spoke about wanni. I can't. It's just, you people just like bandwagon. I can't see whatever it is she said. Was she loud? Yes. What is wrong with being loud? But that girl worked hard. She played the game. I have certain reservations about her. She believes in God. I also feel like sometimes she uses God to deflect. That's what I think. I feel like sometimes when you ask her questions, she will say God. I feel like it's a deflect mechanism. Like, speak your mind. I did not enjoy a post-show interview. I have enjoyed how she's carried herself outside the show. I've enjoyed it completely. She's the winner of the show. She's so blessed to have amazing fans who take care of her because that girl gave her all. Like, she gave it everything. And you can even see that the producers of the show are happy with her because she was a housemate that they could use. They could use to fuel every other person's storyline. They could use to prop every other person's storyline. She made herself available to be used. Storyline here and there. Onyeka, Onyeka, Onyeka. Even outside the house, Onyeka. That said, Onyeka, my love, my only advice for you is you have to learn boundaries. When people tell you they don't like certain things, let them be. Initially, I felt you were crazy about friendship, but I also like now that you know how to stay on your own. As you can see, all the names you were calling in the house, majority of them no send you. That's how life is. You have a mind of your own. You would have people tell you this, tell you that, tell you this. Still have a mind of your own. You're an adult. Do you weigh your options? Do not stop working hard. I know money is plenty now, but you have to work hard. Money, the quick finish. I'm saying this because you're somebody that I really have a soft spot for. Choose your sister. Choose your sister. At the end of the day, everybody will walk away. People will do whatever it is they want to do, but family will still stay. So you guys should find a way to stay close, stay united. I've heard certain things outside the show that you've been very helpful. Well done. God bless you. Finally, Onyeka and Chigbo, as you are staying in Lagos, be careful of Lagos boys and girls. It's a dog eat dog world in Lagos. Please be careful, be wise, talk less, listen more, and that's all I'll say. And so, guys, that's the end of what I think about the 14 housemates. Before I came here, I had a lot to say about Onyeka. I came here and I lost my train of thoughts. It's a long video. I want to just talk about the authorship, the Mbachekas and everything. Um, Sometimes I sit in my house and I remember Ocee saying, if I come across Chizoba's socials, I'll follow her. Ocee, if this is how you are, change. That's because everybody's saying, understand, understand, understand what? Are you saying people don't have friends? See, if Ocee knew that his baby mama or his wife to be had an issue with him having friends on the show, Ocee would have stayed away. So I don't even think she's the issue. That's just a stupid and silly excuse. Ocee, Chizoba catered to Ocee. In fact, to the detriment of our relationship, Ben, in the house. Ben felt like an outsider because Chizoba would take Ocee's side every time. Cook for him, do everything for him. She genuinely liked that boy. And it was through that the other ones came out. They became Mbachekas, family members and all. Not for one day did she say anything bad about him. Not for one day. She came out of the house and it was like, Ocee, 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 Ocee. But I'm not surprised though. I have one brother who just, that one, I don't want to involve him here because he's not a housemate, who just did not like them, Onyeka, maybe out of classism, who just didn't like them. So I know that with that and Ocee's point of view in the house, Ocee didn't change when he came out. It was like that in the house. And because when it comes to that twin dynamics, he was the superpower. It was very easy for him to act off. He made very funny comments towards Onyeka in the house. Very funny comments. Trying not to say this is a game or it was a game for them. A part of me feels like it was a game for them, but at one point they got fond of the girls. But even at the back of his mind, it didn't change the perception he had about Onyeka. What I don't understand, okay, let's even leave Onyeka aside. What did Chizoba do to Ocee? What did Chizoba do to Ocee for this behavior that he has meted out? Ocee came out and said, if I see Chizoba's follow, I will follow. I hope Chizoba has unfollowed him. I hope she has. All the media rounds they went for, it will post other people, it will not post Chizoba. You are saying his wife was uncomfortable, but he's posting the girl he had sexual encounter with. Friendship is not by force, so we're talking based off what we watched. And I'm not lying. If you follow me, I don't like animosity. I feel like everybody can be friends on the show. Even if you're not friends on the show, you can be friends outside the show. But I honestly hope the girls are very careful of these boys. It is very dangerous. You don't throw people you spent 10 weeks of your life with under the bus like that. You don't do it. The comments he made about Onyeka when he even came out was horrible. Ocee, you're just a bloody ass liar. I don't even want to waste my time on Ocee. The one that I don't even understand is Ozee. I don't know what the relationship is outside. When I mean relationship, I don't mean dating. No. At the end of the day, Ozee says he has a girlfriend. I really don't care. It does not concern me because it's not the first time a girlfriend in the house. Do you understand? But I felt like what they had was very good. What they had was very strong. Why not just stick with your friendship? Ocee, Ozee is an intelligent lawyer. Onyeka is an intelligent lawyer. They could have worked together and made money. Like Ocee, you know that Onyeka is very intelligent. She's the boss of the show. Come out, open a firm, start your entertainment law, and make money together. But you came out. Focus on me, focus on me, focus on me, focus on me. With what? Focus on you that what? All of you that are shouting, the checkers girls are gold diggers. What are they digging? Let me ask you. What are they digging? What exactly are they digging? If they were really gold diggers, now Ocee stand for 8 hours, you won't win nothing more to. They came to hustle. Your grandfather's money is not your money. Your grandfather left properties, house, and everything. That's not yours. And that's what I like about them. I like the fact that they came to us and every time housemates were like, you guys are rich. The boys are like, don't do that. Don't do that. We are also normal housemates like you. So those of you that are saying, go diggers, at this point now, I just say you can get money past them. At this point in time. So you guys need to stop with this gold digging thing. But there's something called friendship. You don't throw your friends. I don't know what it is outside for them. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, I'm not a VVIP. I don't know. I don't know if they're still friends, but we'll speak based off what I know. It was opportunity for a good business relationship, good family dynamics. Even when Ocee left the house, Onyeka will be like, Ocee, my brother, Ocee, Ocee, Ocee. She was even like, their birthday, November 28th, that, I know them. Ocee will definitely get me a place to stay. I'm not even bothered. That was how much confidence Onyeka had. She was telling Nelly, Ocee will get me a place to stay. I'm not bothered. Whether their birthday, we're going to rock Lagos. We're planning. Like, she was even planning their birthday on their behalf because she's seen herself as part of the family. People don't have to date. I don't even think at this point, safe dating thing don't even enter. Do you understand? And you just came and you just broke that bond like that. Like, there's a way you even break bond. Just like, she he said something about, if I find out she used me for strategy, what strategy do you have? What strategy? If Onyeka played everybody in that house, which I don't think she played anybody, I think she just played her game. She did not touch Ocee. In fact, she didn't really send Ocee. Maybe Ocee was just her attraction. She had huge respect for Ocee. She had mad respect for that boy. A lot of times she say, Ocee, I don't care about you. It's Ocee. It's Ocee. It's Ocee. It's Ocee. And I'm thank God I said it. During week 5, I was like, you know what? These boys, as much as we say Ocee can be cantankerous, Ocee is the wicked one. Is the mean one. And he came out and he just showed. And I'm not surprised that Ocee followed suit because obviously Ocee sort of controls his brother. We saw it in the house. Ocee is the needy brother. They probably got home too. That their other brother that's always going to the gym. That one opened his mouth and was talking. They all aligned. Like, but that's not how to treat friends. This is not even a thing of shipping or nothing. It's just pure basic human decency. You don't treat your friends like that. You need to be careful about you, honestly. Watch videos and tell us at what point was Onyeka using you? At what point were you a strategy? What do you have to strategize with? Sometimes when you do something, come out and look at the benefits of what you can gain and stop listening to fans. I didn't even listen to their, what's it called? But somebody told me that there was a day they were having space and somebody was trying to talk about the Mbachekas. Their fan dropped the person. And I'm like, what did they say? They said nothing. For what? Which fan wants to control me? You couldn't say, no, don't do that now. Let the person speak. I listened to Onyeka's space. Shippers, you're welcome. That's a sharp girl. That's a girl who has sense. That's a girl who still wants everything. Onyeka wants everything. Onyeka came on this show to fight for her life, and she's going to use her hand to grab everything. She welcomes shippers, Odumodu shippers, Nelieka shippers. That's a wise person. The show is over. You're back to the real world. All these are you're following fans that cannot reason. All they want is rivalry. You're following them to do rubbish. For what? For what? You guys gained from the friendship. Good luck to them. My loves, thank you so much. I don't know if this is going to be the last No Lose Guard episode I'm having. I will probably come out. I don't really like post show. I'm not a fan of post show. I really don't care. But if there's something to talk about, I'll talk about it. But of course, there'll be other episodes. I have, if you have been following my blog many years back, I have a Dear Laura series. I'll talk about real life stories. I have a lot I've not touched on. So don't say I'm not coming to talk about Big Brother. It is not a Big Brother vlog. It's not a Big Brother page. The other things we'll talk about. I'm going to be having a clubhouse forum sometime this week. It's going to be like a Big Brother space. I don't want to have it on Twitter, and it's going to be well moderated, very closed on the clubhouse forum that will come up sometime this week or this weekend. I would maybe when I create the event, I would post so you can join. Would have like conversation. I'm not really happy. I'm just really want talking. I want to have conversations with you guys. Let's talk. Let's rub minds. Opinions are welcome. Feel free to have your opinions as long as you're civil and you're not insulting anybody. Follow me on YouTube, Laurasboxx, TikTok, Laurasboxx, Facebook, Laurasboxx, Instagram, Laurasboxx. I have a business page called Kia's Kitchen, KYASKITCHEN. Make smoked turkey, make smoked chicken. Kindly follow me, please, please, please. Kindly follow me and patronize me. Thank you so much, and engage. Drop your comments. If you don't agree with me, feel free to say it. Yeah. And if you are looking for me, I'm in my house. Come and find me. Bye.